Hello and welcome back. I want to talk to you this week about a subject that's very dear to my heart but bizarrely seems to be surrounded in quite a lot of controversy. It's an interesting one. So if I told you there was something out there that could increase your levels of focus and concentration, could reduce your levels of stress and anxiety, could help you emotionally regulate better, and could help foster better relationships, both with yourself and other people, you might be quite interested. And if I told you that it actually came at zero cost, nada, free, then you might be even more interested. This thing is meditation. Now, what I want to do today is talk about the why, the what, and the how. And the why, apart from the things I've just said, there is a huge amount of scientific evidence now which supports the fact that meditation is a brilliant tool for both the physical and the psychological sort of well-being. It's way gone beyond the dimension of, spiritual woo-woo. This is scientifically proven. And in a world now which is we are becoming increasingly less able to focus and hold our concentration, primarily, I think, because of social media. I mean, it has its benefits, but it does have a lot to answer for. And, constantly scrolling on TikTok, it has become a real battle for us to build and foster better levels of concentration and focus, because we are losing it at a rapid rate. So meditation is certainly something that can help. Now, what I want to do today is also to explain my brand of meditation. What's controversial about it, there are so many different types, definitions, methods, people who swear by one way and, don't think another has validity. And actually, I'm not going to get involved in that. I'm just going to explain to you, why I do it and what I actually do. And then you can decide how you take that forward or not. There's also a lot of shit around it, and it really tries to complicate it when actually I think it's incredibly simple. The one thing we need to be clear on is exactly what is it? And my differentiator here is the way that I look at meditation is very much, it's about being in the present. It's about being here now. So why do I do it? I do it because I want my mind to spend more of its time during the day in the present moment. So I want to build more moments during the day where my mind is actually totally present rather than elsewhere, rather than thinking about what happened yesterday, what's going to happen tomorrow, or, some historic angst or something that's preoccupying me. So that's primarily why I do it, is to get my mind. It's like taking your mind to the gym, right? You're trying to train your mind to be more present for more of the day. Because I do it in the morning, I actually tag on a bit of time after the meditation for a little bit of self-reflection, a bit of quiet time before the chaos of the day kicks in. I also use that time for some gratitude practice. So simply thanking the universe, or, whatever you call it. I call it the universe, thanking the universe for what it has sent me, and asking also for what I'd like it to send me. I ask for what I need. So there's a little bit of time for gratitude, and there's a little bit of time for, actually, if you were religious and you were talking to God, that would be prayer, right? Asking for what you want, asking for the best wishes of others. Sometimes if I know that people are ill or sick or, they're struggling, I will ask that they get some help. So that is a little extra add-on to the practice of meditation, as I say, and I do it in the morning. That's why I do it. Let's talk about the what is it and the how. So the differentiator I want to make really clear here is that my form of meditation is very much about being in the present moment. There are guided meditations, for example, which I've done in the past and which are brilliant, where you may lie down on the floor, you shut your eyes, you get guided onto a journey, maybe through nature, through a garden, and sometimes they'll take you down steps, which is like going deeper into your conscious, and it's great. If you're in the hands of a good practitioner, they can do some auto-suggestion like hypnosis, and it's powerful, but it can be quite sleep-inducing as well. I mean, you disappear off. My form of meditation is actually the opposite of that. It is more about absolutely being here, in the moment, in the now, in the present. We're not trying to escape or go anywhere. What we are trying to do is to engage all our senses. So actually, you will hear the noises and the sounds around you. You will feel the bodily sensations, the feelings. You want to do that because you want to have all your senses absolutely engaged. This is an alert state. You can be relaxed, but you are alert. So that is a big difference. So when people talk about meditation, guided meditation is something very different from what I'm talking about here. So what is it that I do? It's simple. I sit in a chair. Now, the key is you can sit how you like as long as you're comfortable, right? So if sitting in the lotus position crucifies your legs, don't do it. Find somewhere comfortable that you can, maybe have your back supported, but be comfy. I suggest when you're starting out that you do find somewhere quiet, that you can just find that quiet space, because it might make life a little bit easier. But ultimately, you should be able to meditate in the middle of Piccadilly Circus. So, that's the idea. All senses involved. When you are aware of those sounds and what's going on around you, the key with this is to do it without judgment. So if you hear a noise, you just notice it without judging it, right? So that's one aspect of this, is awareness without judgment. So you're sitting in a chair or on the floor or wherever's comfortable. Now, what I'm going to say next might surprise you, but I do my meditation mostly with my eyes open. And I tell you why. I found it when I shut my eyes, my mind was more likely to wander off. So I started to do it with my eyes open, with a soft gaze. So eyes just kind of relaxed eyes, soft gaze, just looking in front. And one thing I would recommend to you is that you really start to be conscious of your breathing. When you're starting out, having a little anchor or something that you can come back to is really useful. And your breath is brilliant because the breathing brings you back into your body. So if your mind's all over the show, which it will be, promise you that, always bring back to the breath. Always come back to your breath. So you are sitting there, comfortable in your chair, conscious of your breath, literally eyes open, soft gaze. Try it with your eyes open. If it doesn't work, shut your eyes. So play around with it, okay? I want you to do what works for you. What will happen, and I can guarantee this, is that your mind will wander, okay? I've been doing this for ages, and still I have days where my mind is like a rowdy 2-year-old and it's tearing around, it's bouncing off the walls. You need to have, and we even have that phrase, presence of mind. Need to realise that that's happened, right? So that's what presence of mind is all about, is you realise, oops, I've gone off and I need to bring it back. So just like a child on a leash things or a dog on a lead, you're not going to yank it back, you're going to gently bring it back, okay? Gently bring your mind back. One of the myths over the years that's been very common in meditation is that, the whole idea is to stop your mind thinking. Well, best of luck with that. It's like you can't stop your heart beating, you can't stop your mind thinking. Thoughts will come in. What I would say is think of it like a train. It's a useful metaphor. You're standing on a platform, train comes in. Don't get on the train. The train is the thought. Let the train pass. So keep standing on the platform, observing. So what you want to do is to observe your thoughts. You don't want to get emotionally engaged with those thoughts, because as soon as you do that, it'll take you one thought, connect to another thought, and you'll get wrapped up in this big saga drama of stuff, a story or whatever. So as soon as you recognize, see a thought, observe it, let it pass, come back to your breath. So that is essentially the practice. What you will find if you keep doing this is that there will be more and more space between the mind wandering off. The mind will become more tamed. This is about you taming your mind. This is about you getting your mind to do what you want it to do, not what it wants to do. Bring it back to the moment where you are just being, you are just sitting and being. Now, to give yourself the best chance of building yourself a practice, the best thing is the consistency, okay? Doing something every day, even if it's a minute. If you do it for a minute, the next day you do it for another minute. Then you might build it up to 2 minutes. Or you might stay with 2 minutes for a while and then build it up to 3. Doesn't matter. The very fact that you turn up every day and do something is what's going to build your habit. And get your family members, your partner, get them involved. Get them to help you do this. My practice is non-negotiable, okay? Non-neg. Everyone works around, so my partner will say, when you've done your meditation, we'll do this, this and this. The schedule works around that. Wherever we are in the world, if we're staying with friends or we're on holiday, I disappear off, I do my 20 minutes, I come back. Some people ask me about it, others just, she's doing her woo-woo stuff. It's non-negotiable, it's the way it has to be. So getting other people to help you, support you in that, is useful. One other thing that I would suggest is there is a great app out there called the Insight Timer. And that you put that on your phone and it will give you timed intervals of little bongs, so little alarm chimes. So you can time yourself. So you don't have to worry about how much time you've done. You can set it for a minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever. And then it will just tell you when you're done. And it will track. So it'll tell you how many consecutive days you've done. And I've got to the point now where the day would not be complete if I hadn't done my meditation. Very rarely do I leave it till the evening, but sometimes life does get in the way. So it is simply the best way you're going to succeed at this is the same time, the same place, and the consistency of doing it every day. It will frustrate the out of you. I can absolutely guarantee that. But as I said at the beginning, the benefits of this stuff are massive. You will, in your relationships, you will start to become more present with the people that you're talking to. They will recognize that. They will feel your presence. If you're totally with them and you're not thinking about other things or looking behind them or whatever, if you're absolutely present with them, they feel that stuff. People pick it up, they get a sense of your presence, and that's what you're looking for. And you're looking for you to be more in the moment, more of the day. It really is that simple, but there's a huge difference between simple and easy. We know that. Have a go. See if you can practice every day doing something, and message me. Leave comments on the YouTube channel, your challenges, your thoughts, your comments, your questions. Bring it on. I will see whether I can support you through this. The reason I'm posting this is because it took me years to get into the habit of doing it every day. And I wish I'd started it earlier, which is why I want to encourage you to do it now. I wish I'd started it earlier, but I was confused about what to do, how to do it, all of that stuff. It is super simple. It isn't easy, but it's worth it. So drop me a line. Do subscribe on www.sassygodmother.com. Subscribe on the website to receive monthly pearls of wisdom. Like and subscribe on the YouTube. And find me on Instagram. And good luck with it, and let me know how you go.